Hi, welcome to another lesson, another warm-ups lesson. So this one is about the 1, 2, 3, 4s. We're going to expand on the 1, 2, 3, 4s, and we're going to do what's called 1, 2, 3, 4s alternate fingers. I love this one. If I've already had a cup of coffee, I'm feeling good about guitar playing, I'll jump in right away and put my brain to work. Essentially, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4s with a change in the pattern of the way we're going to finger it. Okay, let's get right into it. So the first string, you're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. The next string, you're going to go 2, 3, 4, 1. On the third string, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then the final pattern is 4, 1, 2, 3. So every 4, it repeats, and then it goes back to the 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're essentially taking that first number and you're putting it at the end of the sequence every time you switch strings. Couple things to remember. Again, this is about building great technique for the future of your whole guitar playing career, focusing on good habits so that you don't have to break bad habits later. We want to keep our fingers right next to the frets when we're playing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. If your fingers are back from the frets, you can actually land up not being able to play the note, and you might want to push down a little too hard, and that can actually bend the note out of pitch when you're playing, and that's not good. Also, if you're back from the fret, you're going to be pushing down a little too hard, and then by the middle of your solo, you're going to be really struggling to play those notes. You're going to be out of stamina. You're going to be out of strength in your fingers. So it's always good to stay nice and light on your fingers. If you're going to be playing heavy, play a little heavier with your pick hand. Again, this one is one of those exercises where I'm always doing alternating picking. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping those fingers nice and low. 2, 3, 4. 1 on the next string. Third string now. 3, 4, 1, 2. Now this is the last pattern here. 4, 1, 2, 3. And then we're back to 1, 2, 3, 4. You can download this tablature on my website, lastguitarexperience.com. It's in the shop. It's under the warm-up section. 1, 2, 3, 4s, alternate fingers. You can follow along after you print that out or just pull it up on your computer. There's a Guitar Pro 7 version of it, and there's also a PDF version that you can download. Okay, let's get back into it. Let's run through that really fast one more time from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. 3, 4, 1, 2. 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. Now I've hit the end of my road here. So what I have transcribed is you switch up to the next hand position, okay? So this is going to be position 2. Your first finger is going to be on fret 2. So we just ended with a 2, 3, 4, 1. We're going to switch up, and then we're going to go 3, 4, 1, 2. Awesome? Still with me? Okay. The next string is 4, 1, 2, 3. Then we're back to the first pattern of fingering 1, 2, 3, 4. And from there, we can just continue. 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2. Fourth finger, first finger, second, third. Looks good? Okay, you're following along? Printed out that tab? All right. So when we switch to the position 3, we're going to start with 2, 3, 4, 1. The next one's going to be 3, 4, 1, 2. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're back to 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2. can tell a little brain power involved in this one. Now I've transcribed up until this 4th position here. 4th position on the 4th fret. You're going to start with your pinky. Okay, that 4th finger. We're going to hit 7, 4, 5, 6. And then drop down a string, and we're back to that first pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3. And back to 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, fingers nice and low. We don't want our hand flying off the board once we're done with our fingers. So that's talked about in my first lesson, the 1, 2, 3, 4s. Again, there's some really good stuff and technique in there. One thing that I will mention is you want to keep your wrist nice and straight, okay? You don't want to have your wrist bent up like that, right? If you make a fist with a straight wrist, right? Nice and easy. Now, if you put your wrist up like this and try to make a fist, it's not a comfortable motion. So that's what you're doing. If your wrist is bent, you're putting so much strain on those muscles in your wrist, and we don't want that. You want a nice straight wrist when you're playing guitar. Sometimes, drop the elbow in, pick it up, bring it in, move it around a little bit. That will definitely be a natural kind of motion. If you have any pain in your wrist at all, just stop what you're doing, reassess. Always good to have good posture when you're playing too. Good upright shoulders, good neck positioning so that you're not bent over like that with your neck. That'll lead to a lot of problems in the future. So again, you want to make sure that you're warming up with good techniques, because in the future you're going to have all sorts of bad muscle aches and pains if you don't focus on proper technique when you're playing guitar. Let's do this one more time from the top. I'm just going to rip through this for you to show you that you can put a little speed on this. I like it when the notes all have the same amount of value, as in the same amount of time spent on each note. Playing this to a metronome is obviously a great exercise as well. And if you're starting out with a metronome, anything from 70 to 80 beats per minute is a great place to start with quarter notes, and then switch back and forth from quarter notes to eighth notes. I'll just play this for you right now. So that's all transcribed for you. lastguitarexperience.com. I hope you've enjoyed this warm-up video. Again, warm-ups are so important for playing. They're really a great way to sit down and focus on music before you even begin to play music. It takes a little bit for your brain to actually switch sort of train tracks and realize you're playing music. It's a different part of the brain playing music. That's why music is so beneficial for everybody, because it releases these certain things in your brain, and it takes a little bit of time for that to happen. So it's good to warm up with some music before actually playing music, because it tells your brain you're actually going to be playing some music. So I hope you stay focused. Focus on your good techniques and those good habits, because they will help you long term down the road. And don't forget to have fun. Okay, see you next time. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're enjoying these videos as much as I'm enjoying making them. Please check out my website, lastguitarexperience.com. You can watch all these videos without any YouTube ads, and you can sign up for Zoom online guitar lessons. If you're wondering what that looks like, watch me and Mike sit down for his first ever guitar lesson over Zoom. He's in Calgary, I'm in Kelowna. Or if you're in the Okanagan Valley, you can see me in person. So do check out lastguitarexperience.com, send me a message, and let's get you some guitar lessons one-on-one.